say si Balti, when I first saw Balti play for NU in the juniors division as a ball pop, he was a dominant inside
Mm-mm.
presence.
Yeah.
He was already about 6'6", I think. So he had great length. He towered over ang kamatchup na nun sa amin si Mike Nieto. So
Oo,
I
kawawa.
mean
Mas
Mike,
maliit.
diba, Balti and Mike.
Yeah.
So literally head and shoulders over Mike
Yeah.
Nieto. So he was a dominant offensive player, but he had no handles and he had no three. He definitely had
Yeah.
no outside shot,
Yeah.
diba, at that time. Um, but what I'm happy is, and I'm sure the LaSalle coaches have been working on this with him also. This magandang bitaw ni Balti. I mean, even if it's not his job to shoot the
Mm.
three, that when he has to, may pulso, and that's credit to the Gilas coaches. But honestly, I think that's credit to the LaSalle coaches as well,
Yeah.
because I'm sure the LaSalle coaching staff has been working on that with him
Mhm.
as well. So there you go. I was really excited to see it. I wasn't sure how it would work, diba? Like you, I've never seen Balti play three.
Mhm.
I mean, in the previous window last November, he played four or five, diba?
Yeah.
With Isaac and Kmart Carino.
Yeah.
And even if we read stories that he was being trained to be a
Mhm.
three,
Yeah.
it's still different to see it on the floor.
Yeah.
Parang okay, we have two 7-footers at the front line, and we have Balti at the three, and Will Navarro at the other wing spot. How's this gonna work? Parang I mean, it looks good on paper, diba? You have a 6'8" small forward, you have a 6'5"
Shooting
shooting
guard.
guard, and you have Dwight Ramos at about 6'5" din yata as your point guard. So on paper, it looks good. It's like you're fielding an NBA team, diba? But
Mm.
is this gonna work? For me, my biggest worry was defensively. Parang okay, maybe yes, parang set Balti up at the corner, don't make him handle the ball, just make him wait for the three, and he can probably shoot it. Diba? It's fine. But defensively, can he keep up with the quick jitterbug guards of Korea? And he was able to. He was
Mm.
actually very impressive. I mean, may mga times na naiiwan siya,
Mm.
especially when he's caught on a screen. But
Yeah.
his instincts are not big man instincts. When he's
Mm.
playing the three,
Yeah.
he's not like a deer looking at headlights na hindi alam yung gagawin. He
Mm.
knows what to do. He knows that he should deny the middle or
Mm.
deny the baseline depending on the player he's guarding. And yung tayo niya when he's guarding a wingman, hindi parang lumbering big man
Yeah.
na alam mong may iwan eh.
Oo.
Yung stance niya is a wingman stance.
Mm.
So to see that for me, parang wow, this guy's gonna be great for Gilas, but he's gonna be trouble for the other seven UAAP teams. No,
Yeah.
I mean, man, I honestly as a fan, I can't wait to see him in the UAAP again, and then when he plays with Enzo Serrano,
The Phil
with
Amps.
with
May
the
mga
Phillips
yeah,
brothers,
Philips.
diba?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's gonna be such a heck of a
Yeah.
team already, and to see Balti probably play three.
Mm.
Oh man, I mean the matchups, diba? Balti versus Renz Abando. Parang
Yeah.
iniisip mo pa lang, oh my god, I want to see this happen right
Yeah.
now. It's so exciting, and I really hope he continues developing that because Diego, honestly, if Balti continues to develop at this rate, I mean, he has good shooting. He can finish facing the basket, not just backing down. We already know he has a good mid-range game. Yung
Mm.
patented one-hander niya na
Yeah.
gano'n, diba?
Uh-huh.
It's money.
Yeah.
And then defensively, he can guard wings. I'm not even sure if the PBA is his ceiling
Yeah. Baka
for
abroad.
Balti, diba? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets offers to play. I mean, maybe Japan, maybe Australia. I mean, I don't want to jinx the kid. I'm
Yeah.
really hoping he gets far, and I think the way he's developing, he really has the potential to do so much upside on that kid. Really, really proud of him.
Yeah, yung mga friends ko nga nagugulat kasi like no Indonesia he made like 3 wing threes or something and then they were like si
Yeah.
Balti pala ganyan na maglaro or parang kakaiba yan, hindi ko nakita. Then I'm like, oh yeah, Coach Tab said it like what, 4 months ago and he just fulfilled his promise. Parang he said it in a podcast also in
Yeah.
Coaches Unfiltered. Then sila Charles Chu were like, huh, seriously? He's gonna play the wing? Parang kala nila joke or something. And now
Yeah.
he's playing the three nga and he's flourishing with it. Kasi Coach Tab said parang if he plays the 4 or 5, parang baka mas magaling siya pag nag-3 pag Gilas pag international play. Kasi
Yeah.
here, kaya niya. Kasi nga, like you said, he dominates in the paint. Pero in the international level, baka mas magaling siya pag three. Kasi nga, you said, both ends of the floor. Kaya naman niya makipag-match up sa threes. Even if initially you think hindi. Kasi nga dito, sanay siya na big man.
Yeah. And
Mm.
you know what I love about Balti is it seems he's really embraced that role already. Parang feeling ko if he comes back to the UAAP, although I'm sure it's not gonna happen. If someone forces him to play a 5 or a 4, he's probably gonna feel out of position already. Kasi
Okay.
right now he's just doing so well as a 3 guy. Imagine ko nga in that Indonesia game, if I'm imagining Coach Raiko Toroman, the Indonesia coach, diba?
Yeah, yeah.
Siguro iniisip niya, oh my God, this guy's 6'8" and he shoots like this.
Ano
I
pa ba
mean,
gagawin niya?
oh my God, what's happening to Philippine? I mean, when Coach Raiko was coaching Gilas won way back in 2010, 2011.
Mm.
He had someone with similar height as Balti and arguably the same skill set. That guy was Aldrich Ramos.
Oh, yeah.
Tall, lanky guy, great outside touch,
Mm-mm.
and actually respectable handles, but he was always trained as a 5. So that's what he became, a 4 and a 5, diba?
Mm.
And to be fair, in the Philippines naman talaga, if you're about that height, I mean, medyo no choice. You really will have to play, a 4 or a 5. But credit to Balti because he's embraced this role. And like what I said, I think he's already mentally really positioned himself na tres ako.
Mm-mm.
Ganyan. So he's embraced it. So I'm so excited. That's one of the things I'm excited to see against Serbia in particular. Because playing against Indonesia is one thing.
Yeah.
Playing against Korea, who's an elite Asian team, is another. But playing a Serbian national team, I'm not sure if Bielica is on their final roster or something, but
I think it's
but
Bielitsa, Boban, and
yeah,
they only have 3 NBA guys or two.
tatlo
Pero
lang eh.
malalakas pa rin siya,
Yeah,
syempre.
of course. I mean that's Serbia, diba? I
Mm.
mean, so it's possible. It's good. We're gonna see a Balti Bielica
Yeah.
wing matchup. I mean, Bielitsa's NBA caliber.
Calibers.
So, I'm not even gonna say that Balti's gonna burn Bielitsa, but if Balti can hold his own, be competitive, and learn in that kind of matchup, I mean, he's gonna be so much better pa when he comes back here in the
Mm.
Philippines. No, so I hope he continues developing. Again, I don't want to jinx it, but the way Balti's developing reminds me of the way Yuta Watanabe from Japan was developing years ago
Yeah.
before he entered the NBA. Because Yuta Watanabe is about the same height as Balti, about 6'8". Uh, he's like a lefty version,
Mm.
same lanky, lengthy player, good outside shooter, solid defensive player also. When Utah was Balti's age, he wasn't really a dominant player even in Japan, no, and even in the US NCAA where he went to college. But he worked at it, and eventually, from being a big man in Japan, he became a small forward in the States and transitioned really well. And I'm really hoping we see that from Balti, that he continues developing, continues gaining confidence as a 3 guy, and hopefully he will be our top 3 guy when we host the World Cup in 2 years. Yeah,
Yeah.
imagine a 6'8" 3 guy alongside Ange and AJ Edu and Kai Soto and
Mm.
maybe Japeth or Junmar if their knees won't give in by that time. That's wow. May Troy Rosario ka pa, 'di ba? So parang man, that's a
Yeah.
very, very, very exciting front line we can have, in a couple of years.